All right, sixth grade, our objective today is to review what we did yesterday. Our objective is to review what we did yesterday and to talk about solving multi-step inequalities and inequalities with variables on both sides. Very similar to what we did with equations. We just take it one step further by doing it with inequalities. You guys have a 4-day weekend coming up, so I am guessing that your Chapter 3 test is going to be next Thursday, so a week from today, but that's the earliest it will be, okay? So keep in mind your Chapter 3 test is going to be the end of next week. As of now, let's say Thursday. Tomorrow and then Wednesday when we come back from the 4-day weekend, will be review days. Depending on how things go, we may put a review game in there as well. We'll see. So that's the big announcement for today is you guys have a big test coming up. Okay, this was page 1 of your homework solutions. So before we go to the warm-up, any questions on page 1 of the homework solutions? Emma M? Yep. Okay, here's why. Okay, number 6 on the homework, your divide by a negative, so you have to flip the inequality sign. You forgot to flip it. And then number 8, same thing. You divide both sides by a negative, so flip the inequality. Okay? Doug? I'm not there yet. Okay, we're on the first page. Anyone else on the first page? Okay. Any questions on anything on the second page? Annalise, when you're done, you can just put that on the desk next to you, the bag. Oh, sorry. I thought they got some. Briar, when you're done, just put it on the desk next to you. My fault. No one on the second page? Wow. Okay. How about the third page? Charles? You didn't get that page? This page? Okay, go ahead. Check it. Take your time. While Charles is checking, any questions? No. Wow, this must have been really easy. Jeremy? No, I'll give him some tomorrow. Justin? Wow, good. Okay. Marissa, or Alyssa. I always do that too. Alyssa. Yeah. You just have to look back at your answer. Understandable. Mary? It was pretty easy. Yeah. Oh, I agree. I don't know. I thought maybe the flipping of the sign might have been a little bit confusing, but you guys did a great job. But you're exactly right. That's a big reason as to why this was a little bit easier. Annalise? No. Well, I mean, I don't know. I had it in a bowl. I just put it in there to bring it to school. You're welcome. Thank you for saying thank you. You're welcome. Briar? Okay. And you understand to make sure you do that. Did you also remember to rewrite it so X was on the left, Briar? Okay. Okay. All right. Anyone else? Wow. Awesome. So, Charles? I was okay with you just graphing it on this. Okay, thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down on yesterday's lesson and the homework. So they're pretty much the same thing. All right, cool. Let's go over the warm-up, and then I'll explain what we're going to do today. Okay, so warm-up was in your notes on page 12. Let's just kind of go through what the answers are, and if you have questions, we'll come back to that. Okay, so number 1, I just need a yes or a no. Adam? You are correct. Number 1 is yes. Number 2, I just need an answer. Now, they were throwing equations at you, so just so you remember how to do this. Sean? Good. F equals -4. Number 3, I need an equation and an answer. Doug, equation and an answer. Awesome. And let me have someone else do the answer, okay? Matt? Good, and that was per hat. Good job. Okay, number 4, I'm not going to write all these roles. I just want you guys to explain them to me. So what is one of the roles with multiplying and dividing that we talked about yesterday? Emma H., what's one of them? Okay, divide by a negative number on one side or both sides? Good. So if you multiply or divide by a negative on both sides, flip the inequality sign. What's the other role, Adam? Good. If you multiply or divide by a positive, it stays the same. We went through a little like experiment or example problem of why you have to do that. So remember, when you have an inequality like x is greater than something, any number that's greater than that is a solution to the inequality. If it's less than or equal to something, it can be that number or less than it, and it's a solution of it. So keep that in mind, that these are different than equations because there's multiple answers. Annalise. No, no, never. If there is, you're not doing it right. So no. Doug. Is it really, really necessary right now? Okay, just wait a couple minutes. I know you guys ate candy, but try to do this before class, okay? All right, any other questions or comments on the warm-up or anything on homework? Wow. All right, so here's our plan for today. Okay, Zach, I know you're listening to this recording, so I want you to do this on your own. I'm going to pause the video, and then you come back and check your answers. Okay, I'm going to have you guys work with one person, and basically, I'm going to have you guys work on the notes on your own with someone else, and then the last 5 or 10 minutes of class, if you guys are all done, which you should be by then, we're going to go over the answers and kind of have a discussion about it. The reason that I want to try this with you guys on this lesson is kind of like what Annalise and Mary said. We've already done this with equations, so this is nothing completely new, but it's good for you sometimes to discover things on your own and talk through it with someone rather than me just standing up here like, okay, do this next, do this next. You tend to learn more by listening to your peers and to trying to figure it out on your own, which I'm sure a lot of you realize. The Singapore math, I'm sure you guys have heard of this. It's more of discovery math. It's supposed to be much better for you guys as students than what we do. So we're going to try to incorporate this a little bit more and see how it goes. I'm going to kind of walk around as you're working to make sure you're not completely off task, to make sure you're getting what you should get for the answers and you know the process. If not, I will stop all of you and we'll go back to, I'll kind of guide you through some. Charles? You did? Oh, what did you think of it? Oh, okay. Oh, oh, well, that's kind of cool. Okay. Interesting. Annalise? That's, well, yeah, right. Mary? You're doing two-step, multi-step, and variables on both sides. Yep. Justin? Yeah. It's more discovery. Okay, hands down for now. Unless is it a question on what we're doing today? Okay. Jeremy, is this a question on what we're doing? Okay, let me explain first, then we'll see if you have a question. Okay. I need everyone to slide your desks, these 2 rows, next to the person that's next to you. Emma M. and Jeremy, slide your desks together. Everyone in this row, slide your desks like this, okay? Okay, so let me explain, and if there's questions, I will make sure I answer them. Jeremy, can you move yours up? Okay, never mind, no, never mind. Donatus, you okay? All right, here's what you're going to do, and then I'm going to hit pause here for a little bit. Okay. Okay, examples A through H on pages 12 and 13 of your notes. I'm going to walk around and watch as you guys are working on these. Basically, you're going to go through them together. So can someone explain to me what working together means? This is extremely important for today. Doug, what does that mean? Okay, what does that mean in math? Good, staying with them. What else could you add to that, Mary? Good, awesome. Briar, what were you going to add? Same thing? Okay, anyone else? Okay, so basically, you're going to work together. You're going to either, you guys can decide on your system, but basically, I don't want someone on problem number 4 and someone else on problem number 1. Okay, stay together. That's why you're working with someone. One important thing is the X's should be on what side? Who can remind us? Annalise? Good. X's on the left, numbers on the right. Make sure you remember the rules we talked about yesterday. You're going to have multi-step, two-step, and variables on both sides. You may also have a no solution or many solution. Okay, so don't be surprised if your X's cancel out. When you guys are pretty much done with up to J, we're going to go over just the answers and graphs together so everyone can make sure that they're on task and they know what they're doing. Okay, so I'm going to hit pause and let you guys work, and then we're going to come back to them. Okay, so let's go over the answers that you guys just worked on. And remember, any questions, let me know. Okay, Charles, what did you and Annalise get for letter A? Okay, what does the graph look like? Good. Awesome. Okay, everyone check letter A. Letter B, Jeremy and Emma M. What did you guys get? Okay. Number line? Good. What kind of circle? Good. Filled in circle to the right. And then if you guys are scaling it by ones, this should be a 4.5. This should be a 2.5. Your graph does not have to be scaled the same way as all of ours. Okay? So make sure you guys are checking your answers as we're going. Okay, Mary and Sean, what did you guys get for letter C? Good. Sean, what did your graph look like? Awesome. Okay, Adam and Briar, what did you guys get for letter D? You mean we got? Okay. Nope. Briar, is that what you got too? Okay, you guys should have the same answer because you should have worked together. But neither of those are right. Okay, Alyssa and Justin, what did you guys get? Good. P is less than 20. Justin, what does the graph look like? Good job. Awesome. Okay, I'll come back to that if you guys need me to. Okay, Doug and Emma H, what did you get for letter E? Okay, good job. No graph for that one because there wasn't a number line. Good. Matt and Donatus, what did you get for letter F? Perfect. Okay, Annalise, what did you and Charles get for letter G? Good, no solution. It was a false statement, so no solution. Okay, Adam and Briar, what did you guys get for letter H? X is less than or equal to -4. Okay. Mary, what did you and Sean get for 2I? Good. If we did have to make a number line for this, Sean, what would it look like? If there's no solution, what would the number line look like? It's no solution, so it can't be anything. So what would be on the number line? Nothing. So if it's no solution, you would leave the number line alone. Okay, it's kind of a trick question. Okay, Donatus, what did you and Matt get for letter J? Okay, so what's the answer? Good. Many solutions. So Matt, what would the number line look like since there's many solutions? What would the number line look like? You don't remember? Or take a guess, I should say. Charles? Yep. So if it's many solutions, I want you guys to jot this down in your notes because this is kind of different. Makes you think a little bit. If there's many solutions, you color in the entire number line. Why? Why would you do that? Briar? Yeah, it can be any number. We can plug any number in for S, and it makes that a true statement. You can plug any single number in. So if it's an inequality and it's many solutions, you graph the entire number line. Just color it in. If it's no solution, leave the number line alone because it cannot be anything. You do not even have to put numbers on here. You can if you want. But basically, you're just illustrating that the answer is many solutions. Annalise. Like this. Yep. Now, I kind of exaggerate that. It really only has to be like this. I just go a little crazy because it can be anything. Mary? Correct, but it's still true. So you're right. Regardless of what you have there, it's still a true statement, which means it's many solutions. So we color in the whole number line. I say color in. You just make a number line that goes on forever because it can be anything. Does that make sense, guys? Okay. All right. If you got to the word problem, what is the inequality that you used? So if you got to the word problem, Charles, what's the inequality that you used? Good. So someone else, if you got to the word problem, what did you get for the amount of minutes? Briar? No, I think you just divided wrong. Mary? Good. X is less than or equal to 60 minutes. If you did not get a chance to do that, I would at least write down what the answer is so you can go back to it at some point to try it. Okay, remember, you have a chapter test coming up next week. Matt? Well, but it says you want to spend no more than $50. So that's the most you want to spend, but you could also spend less than that. So you have to use less than or equal to, because no more than means less than or equal to. Just read carefully because that's going to trick you guys on the test, because the word problems, the equations and inequality word problems are going to be mixed up. Okay? Anyone else? Any questions on any of that? Annalise? If you have a keyword like no more than, or greater than, or less than, or at least, any of those keywords, it's an inequality. Any keywords that are like exactly or is equal to, that's an equation. So use your common sense. It's easier than you guys think. Go ahead, Annalise. Not on a test. We're going to do more practice of them. We're not done with them yet. Okay? You'll be prepared. Mary? Okay, we're going to work on that a little bit tomorrow. Actually, probably a lot tomorrow. Okay? Do you understand, though, Mary, on this one, what no more than means? Okay. So let me answer the rest of your questions about that tomorrow. So we're going to do some more word problems. Okay, any questions on any of the problems in the notes? Any problems that you need me to do? No? All right, thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down on what we just did. Adam? Briar? Okay, thank you. All right, I want to do one homework problem with you. So take out your homework packet, open up to 3.6, and you also need a notebook or a piece of paper. And we're going to do number 13 together. Okay, so you're going to do all of this, but you have to do it in your notebook or on a separate sheet of paper. Okay, and I want to do number 13 with you just because it's a little bit different than the problems we did in class. Everything else should be pretty straightforward. So you're going to do 1 to 26 on practice 3.6. Hey, let me make this a little smaller here. All right, number 13. You guys, if you want, in your notebook or at the top of your piece of paper, go ahead and start with number 13 so that we can kind of do this one together, and then just make sure you don't do that in your packet. All of these problems require number lines. Okay, so if I did not do this one with you, what would you do first on number 13? Adam? Nope. You're creating too much work for yourself. You can do that, but you're creating more work. M. How do you simplify? Yeah, that is what he's saying. Nope. You can do that, but you're making more work. Anyone? You guys think of, okay, let me give you a hint. Think about how you get rid of a bottom of a fraction. Briar? Multiply both sides by 4. Watch how much easier this makes this. So if we multiply both sides by 4, this cancels. So we're left with 3x minus 1 less than 32. Is everyone with me? So I figured I would do this for you so you could do it the easy way. Add 1 to both sides. 3x less than 33. Divide by 3. Am I going too fast? Okay, x is less than 11. So on your number line, you'll make an open circle above 11, arrow going to the left. So I want you to do these in your notebook or another sheet of paper. If there's a number line in the packet for it, your problem needs to have a number line. If it's many solutions, what do you do to the number line? Charles? Good, color it in. Yeah, you can do that. If it's no solution, what do you do to the number line? Adam? Nothing. Leave it alone. If you want to do all your work in a notebook or on a piece of paper, but keep your number lines on here, that's fine with me. Okay? Please do your work on another sheet of paper. Tomorrow we're going to do some more word problems and some more practice with harder inequalities. I have a puzzle that I think we might do. Okay? Annalise. Yeah, yep. Anything that looks like 13 is the same. So 1 to 26 on your homework. There's a front and a back. Everyone give me a head nod. Did you hear me about doing it on a separate sheet of paper? Okay. Good job today. You can go ahead and get packed.